Hi. I'm sorry everybody about the live stream feed. Thanks for everybody for trying to help me. It was an epic fail. Technology failed me, but we're gonna use technology now again to record it, and I'll upload this later, so hopefully you're seeing this and still having the energy to practice, whether it's 4 o'clock this morning, tomorrow morning, or tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining me, and definitely having like a lemons and life type of situation here. So tonight is a power flow, even though I had like a power fail. So thank you for being here. My name is Anna. This is AWH Yoga. We're gonna do 60 minutes of a supercharged high energy Vinyasa based flow. This class is going to create a lot of movement, a lot of heat in the body. Definitely wear something cool, something you can move your body in, have some water nearby, maybe open a window since we're having November summer going on. This is an all levels power flow. So the reason I selected that as the level is because I really think that even if you are more of a beginner yogi, you can get a ton of benefit out of this practice and challenge yourself. If you're more of a seasoned practitioner, there are a lot of opportunities within this flow to elevate your practice and add some extra oomph. So most importantly, go your own road. This is a class that is meant to serve you. This is a practice that is meant to serve you. I'm just here to guide you. As far as props go tonight, definitely blocks, a strap if you have it, a blanket or a rolled up towel, also a great addition. We're gonna be moving a lot, so it's gonna get warm. Take breaks if you need them, and most importantly, just listen to your body and let your breath be your guide. So throughout this practice, I won't be giving as many cues as I normally do, but just let your breath guide you throughout, and make sure that you make decisions for you that are challenging, but also that make you feel safe and that make you feel good. So 27-minute delay, but let's get started. So we're gonna start tonight in child's pose. So bringing yourself down to the mat, knees to the width of the mat, sitting on your heels, and then move your body down over your mat and just drop in. So before we move tonight, we're going to find stillness. Maybe as you bring your body to stillness, you notice some sensations. You notice maybe some resistance. As you bring your mind into stillness, maybe you notice the same thing. And that's okay. We're just taking assessments here of where we are when we meet our mat. And then we notice the breath. We notice our inhales and our exhales. And we allow those to start setting the tone for our mind and the state of our body. And as you continue to sink in here, finding the stillness, take an opportunity to set an intention for your practice. Maybe that is a word, a phrase, something you want to feel, something you want to explore. Maybe that is a dedication. It's a beautiful time to enact either an intention or a dedication for our 60 minutes together. Take One more deep breath here. And exhale completely. And on your next breath, pressing down on the tops of your feet and your shins, bringing your navel to your spine. Pull your body up, moving your hands across the mat, maybe grazing your knees and thighs, bringing your legs parallel, refreshing your posture, and lengthening the spine. We find ourselves here in our seated posture. I want to do a little bit of wrist work. If you're not comfortable sitting on your heels for a couple of minutes, you can certainly grab a block, which I'm going to do. So here, first thing I want you to do, something super classic, we're just gonna move our wrists around. We're gonna ask a lot of our body shortly, so you can just move them clockwise, counterclockwise, maybe try to do them opposing. I have no idea, it makes me smile doing that for some reason. And just really loosen them up. And when you're feeling good with that, I want you to interlace your fingers and then stretch them out in front of you, and then bring your arms above your head. Inhale, and then exhale back down. So you don't want your arms to go up past the back body plane. Just kind of bring them straight up and then back down. You can kind of come down a little bit lower. Inhale, and exhale. On your next breath, go ahead and flip them out so your palms are facing out. Be careful here, this can already be intense for the shoulders. Same thing, refresh that posture. Inhale above your head. And then exhale down. 3 of these. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale down. Your next breath, go ahead and separate your hands. Remove the block if you had it. And then you're going to come back down into your child's pose. I'm going to try to get a little bit deeper this time. So knees back out, width of the mat. Hips to your heels, and then really stretch out. How much length can you get? Kind of even get your thoracic spine involved and really start to stretch out. Now we're going to move to the right. So keeping your palms flat on the floor, as flat as they can be, stretching over to the right, but keep your hips to your heels. Stretching here through the left side body, getting lots of space. 3 breaths. We move into our practice tonight. I'm going to be introducing a lot of spinal movement and a lot of twisting. So even though we're doing a shorter warm-up so that we can get to our movement, we still want to warm up the parts of the body that are going to play a really key role in supporting our practice tonight. In your next breath, come to the center. Taking a moment to pause here. Transitions should be mindful. And then on your next inhale, reaching over to the left side, keeping your hips to your heels, feeling that space in the right side body. 3 nice smooth breaths here. Feeling that stretch. One more deep breath here. And when you're ready, coming back into the center, and again, pressing down through the shins, tops of the feet, pulling your arms back, getting some space in that back body, even a little bit of arch in the thoracic spine. And then hands gently to your thighs. Bringing your legs parallel. Now we're going to move into a toe stand. So we will not be here for long, I promise. What you want to do is curl up your toes, and then you're going to sit back on to your heels. If this is too much, you can keep the weight in your hands, and then you can control how much that actually goes into the feet. So that's what I prefer to do when I do this pose. If you are comfortable seated on your toes, you can also make sure your spine is nice and long. Hands are gently placed on the thighs, and chin is parallel to the floor as you breathe in and out. One more wherever you are. In, out. Nice. Bringing the weight back forward, moving into your tabletop. So even though we're doing a shorter warm-up, I still want a really deliberate tabletop position. So palms taking up lots of real estate, Hands are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips, gentle pressure on the tops of your feet and your shins. Next are the hips, both hips squeezing in toward the midline. Imagine that nice long line all the way down the body. And then from here, you want to aim for that neutral spine and expanding the chest as you broaden the shoulders apart from each other. Nice long neck, deep breath in. Exhale out. Let's do one more like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, side out. Nice. So from here, kickstand your right toes up and then move your right foot back. So now you have kind of 3.5 points of foundation. Again, bringing everything in toward that midline, lifting the right leg up hip height. Take a breath. Exhale. Now lift your left palm up. Palm should be facing in. Outer arms rotated, just like you were in a chair pose or arms up in a lunge. Take a breath. On your exhale, bring your knee and your elbow together. So keeping everything else the same. Do 4 of these. Keep your breath going. Exhale internally. And exhale when you bring it in. Good. Now back and hold. And back down. Palm down, knee down. Take a moment to recover. One breath. Exhale out. Other side. Kickstand that left toes up. Moving the left foot back, 3.5 points of foundation. Lift the left leg up, hip height. And then your right arm up for balancing. Take a breath. Exhale, bring your knee to your elbow. Inhale back out. Try to keep everything else still. Everything else is strong. Starting to warm up that core. Already giving the body so much to do with balancing. One more. And then hold it out. Bring everything into the midline. Palm faces in, nice long neck. And palm down, knee down. Very nice. Now from here, I want you guys to press down again, lots of real estate in the palms, and then kickstand, curl up both of your feet, and then lift your knees 3 inches off the ground and hover here. 3 breaths. Bring everything into the midline. This is an extremely active pose. Can you get that width in the shoulders? One more breath. And come down softly. Nice. Take 1 breath here. Exhale out. And then lift your knees again and hover. 3 good deep breaths. How much space can you get in the back body? How long is your neck? Nice long neck. Looking forward. And then back down. Uncurl your toes and then sort of tap your feet. Did a lot with the feet and the toes already. Nice. From here, curl the toes back up just for a moment. Hips to the sky, down dog. Move around. Get your body in position. This is your first downward dog of the day. This should feel pretty good. Stretching the calves out, walking the dog, whatever feels good for your body. I got some ankle crack there going on. That was a really good one. Probably should get that checked out. Let's do a couple more here, and then we're going to move in to stillness. Looking forward between your palms, I want you to go up on your tiptoes and then bend your knees and then roll through to plank pose where your shoulders are over your wrists. Find that nice strong plank, everything toward the midline. Deep breath in. And then exhale back to downward dog, aiming the heels toward the floor. Knees don't have to be straight. Let's do 3 of those. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Heels aim. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Then straighten the knees. Aim those heels toward the floor. Stillness. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then bring your hands to your feet. So you're going to find yourself at the back of the mat. From here, moving into sort of a quick forward fold ragdoll. You can clasp either elbow, really lengthening forward, lengthening through the lower spine, using the weight of your head to get that extra length. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Feet should be hips width distance apart or a little bit wider. Place your left hand between your feet. You can almost use that left leg and left arm working against each other a little bit of an internal lever, and then you're gonna peel open to the right, straightening the right leg, bending the left knee. As you peel up, you wanna be opening the chest and peeling from the navel up. So it's not a twist from the hips, it's a twist from the navel, and your hips are still pinning in and staying forward. One more breath here. And then sort of unpeel yourself back down. And then straighten both your knees or bend them. You just want to make sure they kind of come back to neutral. Place your right palm between your feet. We're going to move to the opposite. Glue that outer arm into the inner leg. Straighten your left leg. Bend your right. Peel open left. Try to see the difference between peeling everything open and peeling open from the torso only. One more breath here. And back down. Nice. So crawling back into our plank pose, holding for just a moment, and then knees back down, tabletop. We're going to move into a quick cat-cow. We've got a lot of twists coming up, so we want to warm up the spine. Inhale, you're going to drop your belly, chin and chest toward the sky. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. You can see we're already picking up the pace. Keep going on your own breath. And if your breath pace is slower than mine, if your yoga pace is slower than this class today, those are both perfectly good places to be. One more breath here. Waking up the spine, and then coming back to stillness. Beautiful. So from here, I want you to kick back up into your downward dog, hips to the sky, and then I want you guys to really activate those outer upper arms. So we're going to do a lot of work with the arms and shoulders today, and I just want you to be aware that in your downward dog, there's a lot going on with the arms. They're not just holding you up, there's a lot of action going on. So look forward between your palms. Hop, step, or float to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, arms all the way up. Exhale, through heart center and down to mountain pose. All right, now that we are warm, I'm certainly already sweating. Let's get to some sun A's and B's. Top of your mat. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, palms down, stepping all the way back. Now, from here, you can place your knees down for the first few, pitching forward, squeezing those elbows in. Inhale, Cobra or Upward Dog. Exhale, Down Dog. Inhale your right leg up hip height, knee to nose, hold for a breath. Exhale, back out. Knee to right tricep. Exhale, back out. Inhale, knee to left tricep. Exhale, back out. Inhale, knee to nose, hold. Hold, breathe, breathe. Drop your right foot between your palms, closer to your right, drop your left knee, Anjaneyasana. Arms up, shoulders away from the ears. Take a breath here. And then exhale, palms to heart center, palms back down to the floor on either side of the right palm, and we're going to twist to the right, placing your weight in your left palm, peeling open to the right side, squeezing those outer hips in. All of this stays tight and facing forward. The twist is from the torso. One more breath here. And exhale, back down. From here, you can choose to lift your left leg back up, pop that right foot back down, chaturanga, or moving through your knees down version, back to your downward dog. Left foot up hip height, knee to nose, hold, back out. Left foot, left tricep, back out. Knee to right tricep, back out. Knee to nose, hold, hold, breathe, foot down, drop the right knee, arms up, Anjaneyasana. Already started to feel that hip flexor. Later on in our practice, we're really going to explore that. So this is a great start. Inhale, one more breath. Exhale down. Remember, squeezing in the outer hips, placing that right palm down on the ground and peeling open, twisting to the left. Twist happening from the torso. One breath here. And palms back down, curling, uncurling the right toes, popping the left foot back, knees down, or you can choose chaturanga, and back up, downward dog. Take a deep breath here, and exhale out. Inhale, look forward between your palms, hop, step, or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, through heart center, palms down. Let's keep going. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, both palms to the floor, back into your plank pose, knees down or not. Squeeze those elbows in. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Adho. Inhale, right leg lifts. And then open that hip, bend the knee, open the hip. Now from here, the key is making sure you're still facing your shoulders and torso forward. Think of your body in two halves. You can roll that hip. You want to get a little more openness. One more breath. And then back down. Nice. Now, from here, look forward, and then I want you guys to step up about 6 to 8 inches. And then when you're feeling like you're in sort of this weird mini down dog pike position, maybe moving your arms out just a little bit wider, moving your upper body over your palms, and we're going to do some handstand hops. Couple options here. You can do one-legged, you can work into a tuck, whatever's comfortable for you, but all I want you guys to do, whether you're doing frog kicks or fully up, get some air. So you're aiming to get your body over your hands, so you can just get a little bit of air, a little bit of air. Just do a couple. Get those feet off the ground. When you're ready, come back to stillness in that down dog. Take a breath. Nice. Inhale, look forward between your palms. Hop, step, and float to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, palms through heart center, down by your side. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back through plank, chaturanga or knees down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg lifts, bend the knee, open the hip. Breathe. Where's your breath? Where's your mind? Make sure you create that symmetry, keeping those shoulders facing forward, actively rotating those outer upper arms in to get that pressure out of the shoulders. And one more breath, and then bringing that left foot down. Now again, other side, bring your feet 6 to 8 inches in, get in that super tiny kind of down dog where you're already starting to inform the body and prepare the body for moving the weight over those hands. Shoulders go over the wrists, that's the key. Super straight arms, wherever you are, handstand hops or some variation. Get some air. Get some air up there. Just get a little bit of height. Feel that buoyancy. Feel that power. And when you're ready, come back to stillness. Deep breath here. Exhale out. Inhale, look forward between your palms. Hop, step, or float, front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, root to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale through heart center. Feel free to take a break. Grab some water. I think I might. We got 4 more. Each one's going to change, so there's no way you're going to get bored. And I might change them as we go, so I don't get bored. Here we go. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Now pause here. And what I want you guys to do, we're going to do our first sun B. So we're going to get into a chair pose. So from here, I want you to think about bringing your torso to fold onto your legs. So generous bend in the knees, almost folding the torso over the body. Let your hands graze the floor. Fingertips graze the floor. You should have plenty of space. Take any modifications that you need. Now once from the floor, I want you to think of your body in that same position. Leave your lower body the same and then just slightly lift up top of your body. Hands to prayer, or you can go in a traditional Utkatasana. Holding here. One more breath. And exhale, let it all go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms to the floor. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Adho. Beautiful. Inhale, right leg up. Bring your foot up between your palms. Steady yourself. Get enough width all the way up, crescent pose. Now, as you can see, I had to move my feet back a little bit. When you move in a faster paced vinyasa class, still do not sacrifice the integrity of the alignment. One more breath. Now, bring your hands to heart center. Open arm twist to the right. Everything stays the same. Squeezing those outer hips in. Twisting at the navel to the right. I'm going to leave my hands in prayer. You can choose to do them all the way open. Keeping those shoulders away from the ears as you breathe. Squeezing those hips in. One more breath. Arms back up. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale through heart center. Palms down to the floor. Right foot meets left. Chaturanga Dandasana. Keep those elbows in. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Adho. Left side, left leg up. Inhale to the nose. Bringing it down. Giving your feet width and your hips width. Get situated. Coming up to crescent. Again, don't sacrifice your alignment. Slowing down is the recommendation if you ever feel sloppy. It is not worth it. One more breath here. And then exhale your hands to heart center. Twist to the left, open or closed. So to do an open, torso shifts over. This stays the same. Squeezing in, shifting at the torso. Left arm is back, right arm is forward. I have to do some modifications for my neck. Gaze can be forward or wherever is comfortable. One more breath. And now bring both arms back up. Exhale, back down, palms, left meets right. Chaturanga, inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Adho. Beautiful. Look forward. Step or hop, front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, back down. Chair pose. Holding here. Find your breath. Great place for a block. Whether you're in a flowy class or whether you're in a static hatha type class, always have your blocks handy. This is a great place for blocks. I know that whole time I was getting the block, you guys were still in chair. One more breath. Sink down another inch. Remove the prop safely with love. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back down into your chaturanga or your cobra. Exhale. Now, from here, lift your right leg up, bring your knee to your nose, placing your right foot down closer to your right side. Give yourself enough width. Crescent pose, little wobble in our crescent pose. Now, one more breath. Palms to heart center. Find your center. And then tilting forward, letting that left elbow find the outside of that right leg and twist. And as you twist, squeeze those outer hips in, rooting through the points of the foundation, lengthening the spine, shooting the energy out through the crown of your head. One more breath. And then can you come back up without touching the ground? Inhale here. Exhale through heart center. Palms to the floor. Right beats left. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, back to your downward dog. Left side, left leg up. Knee to nose. Place your left leg down. Give yourself space. Come up when you're ready. Crescent pose. For me, I can already feel I've moved the mat around with all this movement, and it made my legs be off. Take the time. Fix your alignment. One more breath. Exhale, hands through heart center. Tilting forward. Have that right elbow find the outside of that left leg. Maybe you get a little more space here. Making sure that knee is tracking. Those outer hips are squeezing in. Feel that buoyancy. Soften the shoulders. Lengthen through the neck. Smooth out the breath. One more breath here. It's getting tough. Can you come back up? Can you come back up? Rooting down through the legs. That's where your strength is. That's where our strength is in our foundation. Exhale. Palms down. Left foot back. Inhale. Urdhva. Exhale. Otto. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Inhale. Look forward between your palms. Hop, step, or float. Front of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale. Urdhva. All the way up. Palms to heart center. Down by your side. Okay. Checking to make sure the feet is still working. I'm going to leave that and not edit it so you can see that I didn't take a break. All right. Last sun B. Here we go. Inhale, chair pose. Notice I didn't say last chair pose, wink, wink. I just said last sun B. One more breath. Sink one more inch. Exhale, let it go. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms to the floor. All the way back. Chaturanga or cobra. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Otto. Right leg lifts. Knee to nose. Placing the foot down. Change. Place your right foot down. 45-degree angle. Squeezing those outer hips in. Bring it up. Veer one. From here, we're slightly varied in our alignment. So we might want to take another minute to make sure our torso is facing forward as our hips aim that way. One more breath. Bringing the hands to heart center. We're going to move into Viratu carefully. First things first. Heel toe the right foot over to the left a few inches. Then peel open the body, extending the arms out, and then situate your back leg. Perpendicular slice, really taking up space. As you can see, I continue to move out. I have more space to take up on this mat. One more breath. Now, from here, using just the upper body, think of the two components, tilting forward over that front leg, legs unchanged, moving into our side angle, bending the arm, forearm on the top of the thigh, super light, arm to the sky, and breathe. If it's in your practice, you can internally rotate that left hand and get a bind in. Also prepare us for a posture coming up. You can stay here. You can move into any type of variation. Arms to the floor, to a block, to the back. Wherever you are with your hand on your thigh, keep it light. We're not dumping into this and relaxing. This is light. Strengthen the legs and torso. One more breath. Back to your Viratu. Strong warriors. Flip that right palm all the way back. Reverse warrior, stretching through the right side body. How much space can you get? Make some room for all that breath we need to move us through our vinyasa. One more. And then exhale, cartwheel down. Right meets left. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Otto. Left side, I'm going to switch sides. Left foot up, knee to nose. Place it down, change. Moving into Vira 1, so putting that 45-degree full foot on the floor. Get your foundation situated, squeeze in, arms up, Vira 1. Again, I need to switch around. It's okay to move your alignment once you get into a posture. Again, don't ever sacrifice the integrity of the posture for the speed of the practice. One more breath. And then exhale, hands down to heart center. Moving into our Viratu carefully. Step 1, left foot, few inches over to the right, heel toe. Open up the body, resituate the back leg, arms out. How much more space can you take up? Where else are we not taking up enough space in this world? One more breath. Now we're going to move into our side angle. Legs stay as they are, strong, rooted. Moving the upper body forward, tilting forward. Drop that forearm down, arm goes up, or internally rotate, move it behind your back and bind. Wherever you are, 3 good breaths here. Soften the shoulders, Smooth the breath. Make it easy. Make it easy. One more breath. And then bring yourself back up, legs unchanged, legs unchanged. Flip that left palm over, right palm touches right leg, peeling back, reverse warrior. Stretching through this side of the body. Tendency is for this knee to pop. So keep those legs completely unchanged. 2 more breaths here. Really take it all in. And then back down, cartwheel the hands to the floor, left meets right, squeeze those elbows in, chaturanga. Inhale, urdhva. Exhale, Adho. Guess what you get now? A child's pose. Drop down, 3 to 5 breaths. Take your time in this child's pose. There's always time for a child's pose. Center your breath. Center your mind. Let go of everything we already did. One more breath here. Exhale completely. And then bring yourself back up. Coming up to a tabletop position. Curl the toes under, hover, hips to sky, downward dog. Looking forward between the palms, hop, step, or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, then root to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. And hands through heart center. So from here, I want you guys to move into something that will have a couple options. So we've already kind of been prepping our body a little bit for this. We're going to offer a chair twist or a bird of paradise or bird of paradise prep. So we're going to start off just like this in our chair pose. Feet hips width distance apart for me. If you're more comfortable with toes touching and heels slightly apart, you do you. So from here, sitting down into my chair pose, wherever I'm going, this is where I'm starting. So from here, by moving into my twisted chair, I'm going to drop down into the hips, let my left elbow find outside of my right leg, twist. Smoothing out the breath, lengthening through the spine, keeping my knees aligned. Staying there, or if you want to move into bird of paradise or bird of paradise prep, drop your left hand down, similar to our twist from the beginning. Squeezing this in, but also squeezing back out as if you had a block between. Sort of a double resistance, creating a harmony. Peeling up through that right side, internally rotate the right arm. Coming down for the bind. Left arm goes between the legs, finds the right, shift the weight into your right foot, find all 4 corners, squeezing the right hip in, lifting up as many times as it takes to fly. And if you're in your practice that's comfortable for straightening your leg, you can do so here. Wherever you are, smooth out your breath. Embrace the challenge. You're doing yoga. One more breath. Come back down or untwist out of your chair pose. Soft and slow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Again, same options. I'm going to move on to the other side. Something I didn't show for that one was in between. So in between the chair twist, you're going to be moving, finding that right elbow on the outside of the left leg, keeping your knees aligned and the length through your neck. You could also drop your right hand down, do your twist, and then internally rotate, bind, and then find the bind. This is a great way to start opening the chest, preparing the body for flight. If you're moving into your bird of paradise, keeping everything tight in the core, opening the chest and finding all 4 corners of the grounded foot. Wherever you are, one more breath. And then unpeel and land ever so softly. Untwist. halfway lift. Forward fold, yogi toe grip. Peace fingers around the big toe, thumb locks on the top nail, squeezing everything in. Much more of an active posture than I always thought. Elephant ear kind of arms, getting some length in your inhale, exhaling down, getting that deep stretch. Keep your knees bent. I would say it was probably teacher training that finally allowed me to understand no bonus points for straight legs. Most of the postures we're working through, this is actually much better for so many of our bodies. Not only just for safety, but we actually get a better stretch and better benefits. One more breath. And then I want you to lift back up. You can straighten your legs here if that's in your practice. We're going to move into gorilla pose. So flip your hands upside down. Thank you, wrists, for all the work you did. And then step onto your palms so that your toes touch your wrists. Give yourself kind of a wrist massage. Couple breaths here. And when you're ready, we're actually going to do the same as our yogi toe grip. So lengthening in, stretching out from the waist, and then dropping in with our exhale. For this one, I like to put a little bit more weight as I'm kind of feeling like I'm going to move forward, so the opposite of where our weight was being distributed in our chair pose. One more breath here. Can those shoulders stay away from the ears? And your next breath, carefully take your hands back out and notice the amazing design you have from the bottom of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back down. And then inhale all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. And hands through heart center. So now it's time for core on the floor. So meet me on the mat. I'm going to work through some core. We're going to do 3 different things before we move into some 2 super great hip stretches. So that's what you have to look forward to after you get through core. So don't think about it too long. Let's just do it. Meet me in Navasana, boat pose. Find your sits bones first. From there, decide what makes sense for your legs. Open chest, nice and broad, shoulders soften, keeping the arms out in sort of that V shape like you would in kind of an Utkatasana, but down a little bit lower. From here, we're going to do some dynamic boat. So exhale, inhale, back up. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Breath in and out is not as important as what's comfortable for your body. So don't listen to me except for the count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You're killing it. Keep going. 5, 4, 3. Almost there. 2, 1. Hold. Hands to heart center. Twist. Twist to the right. 1. To the left. 2. I know it hurts. Keep going. Keep going. I'm not going to count for this one because I already lost track. Keep going. And right. Don't forget to breathe. Keep going. Let's do 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Full boat. Holding. Holding. Bring your knees in. And then coming down to your back. One more. From here, palms flat. Roll them slightly under your butt. Move your navel to your spine, so you're really emphasizing that flat back like you would in preparation for a bridge pose. From here, legs go straight up in the air. Coming out of the hips parallel, you could kind of do a point or a froint or whatever it's called when you do both at the same time. Whatever's comfortable for you, keeping your hands there. Again, small of your back, pressing toward the floor. Soften everything else. Lower your legs to a hover. And then bring them back up. 3, 2, 1. Inhale down. And then back up. 3, 2, 1. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Again, breath is not as important in the inhales and exhales as it is that you keep doing it. One more for good measure. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Knees in. Nice job, guys. Nice job. Full deep breath. Exhale out of the mouth. Really, really earned that one. Great job, everybody. Take a moment to roll around slightly on the small of your back. You can do counterclockwise and clockwise motion, big circles or small circles. Try to roll around in both directions, giving that back some love. And when you're ready, come to stillness. And then we're gonna rock and roll. My favorite pose. This is the pose that I do for my dad. He does this every morning. Do as many as feels right to you. And then once you get into your pop-up position, you can push back, land in your chaturanga, making sure you land in bent arms. Either way, find me in down dog. From your down dog, lift your right leg up, knee to nose, pass the nose down to the front, keep it on the right side. We're moving into lizard. Great place for a block. Same theme as the whole class. Sorry it's boring. Squeeze those outer hips in and then bringing yourself down. Drop your leg, your left knee if that's comfortable, or you can keep it up. If you want to uncurl your toes, that's fantastic. Left hip flexor stretch, hardcore. Now move your right hand on the inside of your right leg and then glue the inside of that right leg to your outer right tricep. Moving down onto your block, forearms, or staying upright, drop in. This is the beginning of our cool down. How are you going to tell the body that it's time for that? You're going to use your breath. You have a little bit of an arch back here. What's important is you just keep a long spine, especially in your cervical spine, but there are so many variations of this posture. You really just want to keep that knee in for what we're working toward today, but feel comfortable to take any other version of this posture that serves you. One more deep breath here. And then slowly remove the block if you used one. And we're going to move directly into a half split. So keeping your leg coming straight out of the hip socket. Obviously had to move mine over slightly as you saw. And then getting that lift and length and then bending over that right leg. Just for a moment. I always notice in this that my body just wants to bow in 1,000 different ways, so keeping it really straight as in our balancing from tabletop, that's really the key. One more breath. And then from here we're going to move into pigeon on the right side, so we're kind of already halfway there. So if we're halfway to half pigeon, I don't know if that's a fourth or an eighth, or no idea. And dropping that right leg down so your right ankle is behind your left wrist and your right knee is behind your right wrist. Make sure that left leg is coming directly back from the hip, and then bring yourself down into your pigeon. If you need a blanket or a block under your right hip to support you, take advantage of that now. Stretching up tall and proud. And before you drop down, make sure you take that nice deep breath. And then relax down into your half pigeon. Our hips hold so much stress and tension. It's not uncommon, and especially a powerful or rigorous practice, to sort of arrive in your hip opening postures and just sort of feel the emotion in a different way than you would if you had been working through a stretch earlier in the class. Your body is warm, and it allows those deeper stretches, which allows us to access that deeper level of healing as well. One more breath here. Lift your torso up, and then bring your hands back toward the body. Taking one more moment, lifting up, and then bringing yourself back into a downward dog. And as you do so, you can take the right leg up, bend the knee, open that hip up, maybe roll that a couple of times. And then back down. So we're going to move into lizard on the left. So left leg up, knee to nose. Remember, it's going more to the outside, closer to the left foot. And drop your right knee down and uncurl your toes. Bring your left hand inside your left leg, and then move your left foot over a few inches to the left, gluing the inside of that left leg to your outer tricep, and then taking up lots of space on your mat in between the side of your mat and your left leg, and then dropping down. Maybe you're using a block. Maybe you're going onto your forearms, keeping that knee really glued in. So as I drop down to my forearms on the block, I glue my left inner knee to my left shoulder. Wherever you are, just breathe. One more deep breath here. And then moving your block carefully and lovingly out of the way, moving into your half split. So pushing the weight back onto your right knee, top of foot and shin, stretching your calf and hamstring on your left leg. Again, keeping that lift. It's not about bending all the way forward if you're sacrificing that length. You can see for me, I'm up pretty high, where you can really feel the stretch here, and that's as far as I need to go. Couple breaths here. Where can you soften into this posture? And where can you use the strength of the earth? One more breath. And then bringing your weight forward and moving yourself into half pigeon. So placing your left ankle behind your right wrist and your left knee behind your left wrist. There is no shame in using your body to move your body. Sometimes I have to check back and see, where's my right leg? Position yourself with a blanket or a prop under your left hip if you need to bring the earth to you. And then get a little extra length on your inhale. And then drop down into your half pigeon. One more deep breath here. As you remember that the greatest thing about this being recorded You can just pause it and hang out here for 10 minutes. But if you're ready to come up, slowly lift your torso up, gently moving your hands back toward the body, taking that one more deep sip of air, and then bringing yourself back around. You could go back through your down dog if you like to, and stretch out that left hip, making sure that you get that symmetry, if that's the way you came out on the other side. Wherever you are, it's time to be really gentle with your body. And coming down into a seat, stretch both legs forward, Paschimottanasana, forward fold. As you move your legs out, I want you to go ahead and just give them a squeeze. Squeeze them, give them some love. Your legs have done a lot tonight, and they deserve a little bit of extra TLC. And then from there, find your sits bones, activate your legs, toes pointing up, careful not to sickle the feet. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lift and lengthen, forward fold. Again, it's all about lifting and lengthening. And you might not have your hands to your feet, you might have them halfway past your knees, but as long as you have that length through the spine, you're doing some beautiful yoga. And one more breath here. You might revisit this posture in a minute. And inhale back up, really grounding through the sits bones. And I want you to move into a twist. So starting on the right side, take your right knee and aim that as sort of your facing forward. And then take your left leg, crossing it over. And then I want you to, if this is not comfortable for you at all, you can leave your right leg out and even keep your leg uncrossed, but this would be the most sort of twisty version of this posture. So lifting your left arm up and then bringing it down. Just kidding. Lift your right arm up and bring it down. And we're going to cross around, putting your left hand diagonally behind you, twisting to the left. And as you twist, drop your shoulders down. Let your gaze go as far as it can. If you need a little bit less, you can just wrap around your right leg and twist that way. One more breath. And exhale back to center. Super carefully unwind your legs, helping them as necessary. And then use your left knee facing forward, and we'll do the other side. So left knee facing forward, right leg crosses over, left arm up, wrapping or using almost that internal lever action, twisting to the right. And as you breathe, just realize how smooth and calm these moments are as you benefit from this detoxifying twist. One more breath. And then returning to the center, carefully, lovingly unwind your legs. And then place your left leg out straight, right knee comes in, right sole of the foot onto the left side of your leg, seated tree. So inhale, and then exhale, sits bones stay where they are, folding over your left leg. 2 deep breaths here. When you're ready, slowly come back up. And we're going to actually move into the other side. So right leg goes straight out. Left sole of the foot on the inner left thigh. Find your sits bones. Inhale, arms up, folding over the right leg. Next breath, inhale up, bring your arms back up, and bring into a butterfly posture, and bring your legs in as close or as far as feels comfortable. Take a moment, just give your feet a little love too, a little massage. In case you gotta do this for yourself, since pedicures and foot massages are kind of hard to come by these days. And when you're ready, you can fold forward. So getting that length, maybe opening the feet like a book, getting a little bit of that length, and then folding forward. Lots of love for the hips today. Make sure you're getting that length from the spine. You can even turn this into something restorative by putting a block under the head. One more breath here. And then your inhale, come up. And then use both your hands to bring your legs closed. And then make your way to your back. We're going to do a quick spinal twist here, move into our final posture, and take our much deserved Shavasana. So let's do one leg tonight. So bring your right knee into the chest, left leg out long. Move your hips around a little bit as you need to, but twisting, crossing that foot, that knee over to the left. You can use a block or a prop here, and then peeling that arm open to the right. So goal would be to have your right shoulder down and your left knee down, but your left knee, like mine, may not make it. So I bring the earth to me. It's a block under my knee. And then I can still have my shoulder on the floor. Wherever you are, just let yourself breathe. And slowly bring yourself out of your twist. Right knee into the chest, right leg down straight. Bring the left knee into the chest, moving into a twist on the other side. Left knee crossing over the body. Again, bring the earth to you as needed. And then peeling back open to the left. Hands can be, one can be facing up, can be facing down. You can be in a goalpost. You can be wherever you are. In fact, for me, this feels the most comfortable this evening, and that's what I'm going with. One more deep breath in this twist. And then bring your left knee in carefully, moving your props as necessary. And bring both knees into the chest, and then take a final posture of your desire. I think this is a really great place for a happy baby, or a legs up the wall, or a waterfall, supported bridge, supported shoulder stand, even a supine, fish pose, whatever your body needs, maybe a plow pose. I think this is also a really great place if you're used to a classroom setting and teachers saying, hey, do what you want to do, and you never know. This is the place to kind of say, hey, I want to try that. I'm going to go with plow. Get a little bit of a different movement in the spine. Still restorative and supportive. And wherever your final pre-Shavasana posture took you, bring your knees in. Give yourself the most loving squeeze. And bring your head and neck off the floor, curl into a tiny ball. Deep breath in, and then exhale, let everything out. Shavasana. Eyes are closed, palms face up, and body relaxes into the floor. Breath returns to its normal rhythm. There's nothing to manage right now, not even the breath. Allow this delicious Shavasana to wash over you, to soothe you. Continue breathing here. And I will let you know when it's time to come back. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Bringing your body and your awareness back into the room. And slowly bring some movement into your fingers and your toes. And bring your knees slowly into your chest with love. As if your body's made of glass. Carefully roll over to one side and just pause there for a breath. When you feel ready, slowly keeping your eyes closed, press yourself up to a seated posture, and we will begin to close our practice together. From your comfortable seat, please take this moment to thank yourself for honoring what your body needed. I hope that you can feel the power within you and know that it is always there when you need it. I'm so honored to have led you this evening in our practice, and I hope to see you again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale through heart center. Thumb knuckles to our third eye. We bow together. Namaste. Amazing job, everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this practice and enjoy this practice with me after my technical difficulties. Someone's throttling my internet. I don't know. Thanks for a beautiful practice. Really appreciate you guys being here.